Hello and welcome. Saskia, devotional goddess here. Happy holidays. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, this is Christmas morning. I am in Europe. I'm in England with my family. And it's early enough that we haven't all gathered for breakfast yet. And I was just sitting doing my morning meditation before joining them downstairs. And what came to me was, we are in a spiritual awakening right now. We're in a time where we're beginning to understand and have a comprehension that we are so much more than the intellect that we have been cultivating and building upon for our businesses, for our education, for our lives. What we've been taught is so important in gathering knowledge. And through all that gathering of our knowledge, there's still this void, there's still this emptiness within. And now more than ever, we're beginning to understand that there's more. That there's more that really allows us to feel at home, allows us to feel that we're at peace. And there's a void. And that's that awakening. Coming to understand, coming to know somewhere within you, within that discomfort, that there is more within you. And through that knowing of that connection of more within you, there's a fuller expression of yourself that is yearning to blossom and to come out into the world. So that is what this time is about. And if you are feeling that, don't worry, you're right on point. That is what this time is about. It is about us awakening so that we merge the intellect and this powerful heart resonance that we have, and tapping into and connecting more deeply to this magnificent soul that resides within us. And through that connection of who we are in our greatest essence, we can really live that full expression of life. And that is what our journey is here on the planet. That's why we chose to live this incarnation at this time in this physical body that we've chosen. So this is the work that I do with my private clients, is I support my clients in that remembering, in cultivating practices to reconnect and honor and move aside through healing or just magnifying that connection of who you are and coming to make peace with that. Coming to make peace with our decisions, how and what circumstances brought us to where we are now. And in that doing so, we come to settle more and more in this physical body. Our soul gets to anchor in more to this physical body so that we can blossom, so that we can feel more at home. And the more the soul anchors into this physical being, that body and physical presence that we have, the more that we truly discover who we are. And we begin to live our dharma, our life journey more fully. Because let's face it, living this human experience, we've all lived through our traumas. We've all lived through difficult scenarios in our lives, some more than others. And I know this is hard for some to hear, but this is what the soul chose for us in order for us to grow. If you're still for a moment and you pause and listen, you will hear And you will come to be able to be in that stillness and truth of the acknowledgement of, yeah, you know what? Those difficult times shaped who I am. This sickness that I had or that I have shaped who I am. And if you can be in that presence of honoring everything that has happened to me up to this point, has contributed to who I am. And the fact that I am still here is a testament to my strength and my resilience. And just breathe into that acknowledgement. Breathe into that presence and that acceptance. Because in doing so, you begin to honor that strength and that magnificence that lies within. Because you are still here. You are still functioning in the world to whatever capacity, but you are here. And if you're seeing this message that I'm sharing, that is no accident either. So just take a breath and breathe into that acknowledgement. That you being here, after everything that you've gone through, is a reflection of your inner power, your inner resilience, and that magnificence that lies within you. And hold that for a moment. Hold that acknowledgement. And if you feel called to pause this and write about it and journal, just acknowledging your own resilience and magnificence. When we come to see how resilient we are and how our trials and tribulations have shaped us, we become aware of that power. And victimhood cannot reside in the same place of being empowered. And it allows us to begin to flip it, because there are times that we feel a victim to life. Yes, that's also part of it, especially if we're getting whammies and whammies and whammies at us. And it can beat us down sometimes. But there are also these moments where we acknowledge, I lived through this and I'm still here. And knowing that you have that power within you is something that we build upon. Because you wouldn't still be here if you weren't as powerful and resilient as you are. And it's that building upon that acknowledgement, not from a place of ego, but from your heart. And that holding of like, wow, my love, you are magnificent. I'm so proud of how you've come, how far you've come and what you've achieved. And it's that moment of self-parenting, of being able to draw inwards, hold ourselves, and parent ourselves in the ways that either that we received from our parents or that we didn't receive from our parents. And often it's a merging of the two in some form or other, be it 70%, 30%, 30%, 80%, however it is on that. It might be 50-50. You might have had a really nurturing mother or father who really helped to upload that knowledge of how to be compassionate and be soft and loving. You may not. But you can still cultivate that within you and begin to self-parent in a more loving, compassionate way. And it's when we either move from a place of neutrality, building towards that sense of love within, that we truly thrive in the world. Because it's the lack of the love, it's that energetic sledgehammer that we've been hitting ourselves over the head with for all those years, that continues to have us in that repetitive pattern of not moving forwards, of continually tripping up. Because who thrives when we're continually being put down? None of us. And if that's what our internal dialogue is, and we're not going to move out of that loop. But it's when we start to hold a container of love and compassion within and start to break down those critical voices within and start to hold it with more compassion, hold it with more neutrality. That's when we can begin to shift and change who we are from inside. And we begin to change those grooves and those patterns that we've had for so many years that's kept us in that holding pattern. If we're not changing the inner landscape, we're not going to be able to transform the outer landscape. And that's our practice. That's our practice right now. And that's that spiritual revolution, that we wish to transform the inner landscape so that we can know what it is to feel vibrant and strong and thrive in a world and come to live the life that somewhere within you, you know is your birthright. You know is destined for you. You know that is capable within you. And that's something that's going to and has been more available in our psyche, in our environment, and will continue to in the years to come. So if you wish to enter into that slipstream of the global energetics, as well as, refining your inner dialogue, your inner knowing, your self-care, I can guide you through that. Me and many others. You'll see them on your landscape. You'll see them in and around you. And if what I'm sharing resonates, all my information is in my link in bio. Reach out. My rates go up in the new year. Take advantage of this year's rates. And may you have the most wonderful holiday season, however it looks for you. Allow it to give you the nurturing and the love that you desire. And contemplate what it is that you want. You probably already have been contemplating what it is you want to bring into the new year. And know that in order for us to shift into a new paradigm, into a new environment, there often is a time that mentoring, that someone to guide you through and to help you to see your old grooves and patterns that you can't quite shift out of on your own, that can be so beneficial, is working with someone. Initially somewhat intensively, be it every other week, be it monthly, depending on where you are in your groove, to help shift you, to allow you to stand on a new platform so that you can anchor in those new grooves and move forwards in the direction where you know you have greater freedom, greater joy, greater liberation, so that you come to live the life that you truly desire, your dream life. It is possible. Living that heaven on earth comes from here, comes from that merging of the mind and the body, and being steady and stable in this physical body, yet living in our own genius and our own brilliance. If any of this resonates, reach out. It will be my absolute pleasure and joy to work with you. Much love. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and may this season give you what you need and give you the inspiration to discover what more you need and desire to live the life you dream to have. Much love. Many blessings. Bye for now.